Hello. Hope everybody is enjoying their summer. Won't be too long before school is starting. So the next few videos that I plan on doing are geared more toward school bows or like spirit bows or whatever. And it's been a couple of weeks, so it's definitely time for another one. And what we're going to be making is a cheer bow, which of course is nothing new, but this is definitely not going to be a plain one. As you can see, we're going to use this sequin ribbon, and I'm going to tell you where to get all this stuff. Really, really gorgeous. Okay, so we're going to do a big one like this. Okay, and you know, I got the barrette in the back, and whatever choice of barrette or clip or whatever, both will work. Okay, and then this is a smaller one. If you prefer the smaller one, next to the big one. Some people don't like the big huge bows. All right, so I'll give you the measurements for both of the bows, and it's up to you which one you want to make. All right, so that's what we're working on today. All right, the things that you're going to need. Let's see, your glue gun. You need some type of lighter, or you could use the wood burning tool if you want. This works real well for purposes of this bow. You're going to need a barrette or a clip of your choice. We're also going to be working with the crafter's tape today, or if you use like some type of like heat and bond or fabric fusion or something, you'll need to get that if you don't use the two-sided tape. This is very easy, convenient. I just like this one a whole lot better. Also, salon clip. If you don't use a salon clip to crease, then just whatever. I would normally just do a hand fold in the middle, but the sequin ribbon is so slippery, this actually helps a lot better to make it go smoothly. And then scissors, extra glue stick, whatever. And then if you want to get your choice of ribbon. Okay, we're going to be working with these. This is like a glitter polka dot, navy and red. Okay, and of course this is geared toward sort of spirit cheer bow kind of things, but it's a little bit fancier, and it would be real fun for like a cheer team or just school colors, whatever. Okay, and then this is the sequin ribbon. It's 2 1/4 in width. Okay, and both of these actually come from ohmygoshgoodies.com, and I think I've mentioned them before. And they have all the different widths, starting with 7/8, and they go all the way up to 3-inch width for sure. I don't think they do 4, but the 2 1/4 is definitely big enough, I think, for me, wide enough. Okay, so the measurements. Now, we're not going to be making the smaller bow, but I'll just go ahead and give you the measurements for this one if you want it, and I'll leave it in the descriptions box. Basically, your printed grosgrain, you want to cut about 24 inches long. Okay, and then the sequin ribbon part is about 11.5 inches. Okay, so basically the way you want to think about it is your grosgrain ribbon, whatever length it is, you're going to cut that in half, and maybe even subtract 1 inch for the sequin ribbon, if that makes sense. Okay, so if this is 24, half of 24 is 12, but I go like, maybe even 1 inch or 1/2 inch less. Okay, and this ribbon can be pretty pricey, but you don't need much of it for this type of bow, so it will last you quite a while. Okay, now the measurements for the big bow. For the grosgrain ribbon, this one's cut to 36 inches, so that's a yard. Okay, and then the sequin ribbon part is cut to about 17 inches, something like that, 16, 17 inches, because you're not going to have, you know, the end part going directly in the middle. Okay, so you pick which side you want to start from, and we're basically going to overlap. Okay, you're going to put the sequin ribbon over the top of one side. Okay, and it's up to you how you want to do it. Of course the sequin, you know, well, both, you know, you want to heat seal a little bit. Now the end part is not going to be a big deal because we are going to, you know, trim our ends up, but the part that's in the middle of the bow, you want to make sure that, you know, all that is heat sealed pretty well. Okay, let me give my growling dog a bone real quick because she's bad. Okay, now what I do is I get my crafter's tape and I start at the end here, and I generously put this tape all over the back. Okay, and then just basically start lining it up and get it all even, and make sure when you're putting it on that you don't have any wrinkles or bubbles or whatever. Okay, and so I've got my end started here, and I'm just going to flip this over and continue to put the tape all over the back. Okay, I went about halfway, and then I just pull. You see how tight I'm or maybe, I don't know if you can see, but I'll take my word for it. I'm pulling this really tight and I'm lining them up. Okay, and the tape holds pretty good, but you know, like I said, you may have a different method, you know, for fusing your ribbons together. Alright, and I'm going to take the rest of this piece and tape it up some more. Okay, and there you go. And I see that I still have a little bit of fraying. Now, I have a suggestion. When you get over here, you don't have to do it down here, but when you get to this part, I would just put a little tiny bit of hot glue and line it across there, if you're doing it this way, so it will stay, because it's going to be crinkled up whenever we crease it, and the tape is, you know, may not be strong enough to hold it. Alright, then you want to take it, fold it in half, and get a crease in the middle. And one thing that I do, and you can see now, the sequin ribbon doesn't come all the way up to the middle. You want about a half an inch, or maybe even an inch, not, you know, not coming up all the way. You want, you know, a little bit less. Okay. Now, and then what I do is I get my lighter and I go across there a few times and, you know, get a really good visible crease. I'm old and can't see too well, so that's what I do. Okay, and so you can, you know, kind of see your crease there. Okay, and I mean, there are dozens of cheer bow tutorials or whatever, you know, basically. Well, and you have to decide which one you want to go in the front. And I like my printed side to go in the front most of the time. Okay, so basically you want to do like an awareness symbol and kind of figure out, you know, there is your middle. Okay, and then I just, you know, kind of drag it in the middle. And one thing I did forget to mention, and I talked about this in the last video, your ribbon, your grosgrain ribbon, once you cut your piece, then put a little hairspray on the back, not the front, so you'll have a stiff piece you know, so it won't be flimsy. Okay, that helps out so much. Okay, so just kind of, you know, eyeball it and see, you know, what you want here. Like I said, this sequin ribbon is so slippery, you may want to get an alligator clip to hold it. And let's see, of course I don't have one handy, but anyway, you might want to clip it right there just to kind of hold it because it is so slippery. Okay, so then I'm going to get my salon clip. I don't know if y'all hear my puppy in the background. She's growling for a bone, and she sounds like a weed eater whenever she growls. Okay, so there you go. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned the needle and thread. You definitely need that needle and thread, or if you use, you know, whatever to crease with. And of course I'm unprepared here, so I'm going to just thread my needle real quick. And what you want to do is just take a look at your loops, make sure they're even. Do the little, you can do use the little trick. I pull them down to make sure they're even. Okay. Alright, just kind of threading my needle real quick. And remember, I use upholstery thread because it's very strong. Okay, just bear with me a second here. Okay. Now, it doesn't matter if these are kind of uneven, your tails, because like I said, we're going to trim those up. Alright, and so I just kind of, help if I get in camera range, I just kind of, you know, fold them down like this and, you know, look to make sure that mine are even. Okay, and I think my sequin side, well, no, I think that's pretty even. Might need to pull it just a tad. Okay, and so don't worry about your tails yet. Alright, so I get your needle and thread, and I go in the back. Oh, and before we go any further, let me show you. You see how that sequin part is right there? Here's the center, and the sequin part is right here. And it's just a good idea not to get it directly in the center, you know, because this sequin ribbon is very thick and crunchy, and it's, you know, kind of hard to crease, and you know, you're not going to see it anyway. Alright, so I'm going to stick my needle through, and basically, like we do in all the other videos, go through the top, come back through a few times, go through, and I always end up at the top and in the back. Okay, and then I just pull up and down and crease. Alright, take my salon clip off, and then before I put my barrette on or clip my thread, I just kind of take a look, see, and make sure this is what I want, and it is. Okay, and so then I just tie it off in the back. This is really a fun bow to make. You can do a lot with it. You could put rhinestones on it, you know, you can really fancy it up. It's great for cheer bows, for squads and whatever. Okay, and then you want to get your barrette, open it up, take the tension bar out. Now remember, don't cut your thread, leave your thread, and then you just put your barrette in. And you can use an alligator clip. I mean, you know, I like barrettes with the big bows. An alligator clip, you know, might be a little lightweight to use for these big bows because they're too heavy. Alright, let me just tie it off in the back. And cut it off. Alright, now we still have our tension bar we need to put back in, but we got to do our knot, or you know, whatever we're going to do first. Okay, now at this point you can go ahead and figure out what you're going to do with your tails. You can do slant cuts or V cuts or whatever. My sequin side is just a tad bit longer, so I'm going to trim that up a little bit. Okay. And then what I do is just kind of put one on top of the other. I'm going to do the V-cut thing. And then fold it. Gotta be careful with that sequin ribbon. It's very slippery. Okay. And then just cut it up. And heat seal. Okay, and so that's what we have. These would be cute too for like dance bows, you know, recital costumes, whatever. Okay, and then the final touch here, of course, whatever you want to put in the middle, you know, like with the purple and gold, you know, I put the little resin in the middle. With this, I just simply, you know, put a flat piece of the sequin ribbon. You could do rhinestones in the middle, whatever. For this one, I'm going to go ahead and just put a red sequin knot. I already had it made up. And I demonstrate how to do that in my other videos if you need to know. Okay, clip off in the back. Tell you what, bow making definitely creates a lot of trash. I think I fill up my trash can every day. And then I have glitter all over my floor. Oops, I need my glue stick. I don't know if you guys have that problem. My dog sits under my feet, and most every day she walks around with glitter in her fur because she sits directly under my feet. Oh, and she also has boa feathers. If I'm cutting the boa, you know, she has feathers and glitter and sequins all over, but she didn't seem to mind. We've had a lot of thunderstorms lately, and my dogs are scared of the thunder, so they get right under my feet. Okay, so there you go in the back. Look at that, isn't that sparkly? Alright, then you just want to slide your tension bar back in. Remember my little trick? You just set that piece on there, hold it, and flip. Alright, so that's our second sheer bow. And I think my loops are a little bigger in this one than in this one, but anyway. Okay, so that's our tutorial for today, and before we stop, I just want to show you a few other things in one of the bows that I would like to get to. And the next video is actually going to be a giveaway. This is a very, very simple tutorial. Basically, you know, you just do a running stitch about 25 inches. This is 1.5 inch, and you know, just make a little circle and pop the resin in the middle. Anyway, I don't know if you guys are interested in a video like that, but this is really, really simple, and it's cute, you know, school theme. Alright, this is one that I kind of saw something like this on Pinterest, and basically it's just a, you know, this is a pinwheel bow. Here's the spikes, the surround a bow, and then the Twisted Boutique, and I just, you know, fancied it up with some rhinestones. And, you know, it can be a plain bow, but once you add those rhinestones, it really makes it a lot more fancy. Okay, so that's another idea for school colors, I guess. Here's a small pinwheel, double pinwheel actually, and this pinwheel does not have the tails, and this one does. Pretty tiny. You could do pigtails with this. Okay, this is my absolute favorite. I think I probably put a picture of this on the Big Southern Bows Facebook page. You know, this is what it looks like from the back. Okay, and then I've got my surround a bow here with all the rhinestones, and it's a school themed bow. As fancy as it is, it says back wait, let's see, bows, backpacks, and bling. It's a schoolgirl thing. And I have the matching image in the middle. And I just kind of put the purple bow up here. And I need to go back and curl some of this ostrich puff. It's real easy to do that. I just use this big snap clip, and then I just kind of, you know, very gently take my curls and do, like, you could use the back of a butter knife, you know, anything like that. Okay. And last but not least, this is probably going to be our next tutorial and giveaway bow. It's a little crayon. You see the little pointy crayon and the little rickrack down here on the bottom. You know, it's just a stacked bow. This one's pretty tiny. But this is the next tutorial, and I think I'm going to do a giveaway with this as well. This one's kind of tiny, but you can make it as big as you want. Okay guys, well, give me a shout out. Any questions you have, any other things you want to have made, please let me know. I'm over 400 subscribers now, and I really appreciate it. I've been getting a lot of good questions, and I hope my answers have been helpful. Okay, I hope to get the next video up this weekend because school is very quickly approaching within the next month, so you know, I want to give some good ideas about school bows. So thanks for watching, and I will hopefully get this next video up soon. Thanks, bye.